So, in today's menu, we have the unluckiest moments in football. We've got a front row seat to some of the most epic, facepalm-inducing incidents in the beautiful game, starting with the one and only Gerrard Slip.
Oh, and Gerrard slipped, and Denver Barr's in here. Out comes Mignolet, but...
You know, the famous, "we will not let that slip" moment, yeah? Well, the irony was thicker than custard because Captain Fantastic himself, Steven Gerrard, decided to do a little slip and slide routine right when Liverpool fans were dreaming of that elusive Premier League title. And wouldn't you know it, Denver Bar, of all people, seized the moment and scored just to rub it in. It's like the football gods have a twisted sense of humour, making sure the most unexpected and unfortunate stuff happens at the most crucial moments. But thank God Drogba didn't kill anyone on that night in Stamford Bridge. A night at Stamford Bridge where Chelsea was playing Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final. Chelsea fans were on the edge of their seats, and boy, were they in for a rollercoaster ride. Essendon's thunderbolt goal had the crowd thinking they were on cloud 9, but the drama was just getting started. You couldn't help but chuckle as Chelsea's players shouted "penalty" more times than your grandma telling you to eat your veggies. The referee seemed like he was playing hide and seek with his whistle, and the tension was so thick you could cut it with a butter knife. And just when Chelsea fans thought they had a lifeline, Iniesta stepped in like the magician he is and scored, leaving Chelsea supporters feeling like they'd found a banana peel on the path to victory. But hey, that's football for you, a game where luck can be as elusive as your favourite pair of missing socks, and where the drama sometimes feels more scripted than a soap opera. So, the next time you hear someone mention unluckiest moments in football, just remember that night at Stamford Bridge and thank your lucky stars that you're not a referee. Speaking of referees, let's take a trip down memory lane to the England vs Germany showdown in the 2006 World Cup. Now, that was a tale of woe that would make Shakespeare himself shed a tear. It was the kind of match where you'd swear the football gods were just messing with England for their own amusement. England was facing off against the mighty Germany, and the tension in the air was so thick you could cut it with a cricket bat. And then Frank Lampard, a true English legend, stuck the ball with the precision of a surgeon, and it went crashing into the net. The crowd erupted. You could almost hear the chants of "It's coming home" echoing across the globe. But hold on to your tea and crumpets, because the referee and his officials apparently left their glasses at home that day. Lampard's goal was disallowed, leaving England fans feeling like they'd just been pickpocketed by a gang of mischievous foxes. If only VAR had been around back then, who knows, maybe football would have come home that year, but alas, it was not to be, and England's World Cup dreams were crushed like a soggy biscuit. Talk of World Cups and Luis Suarez, the ultimate backbencher in the world of football drama. If football had a schoolyard, he'd be the kid who always had something up his sleeve. But let's fast forward to the 2010 World Cup, where Suarez took centre stage in a match that would go down in history as one of the most heart-wrenching moments for the African side. Ghana, the last African team standing, was just seconds away from a historic World Cup semi-final spot. The tension was palpable, like the whole of Africa was holding its breath. Then, like a true villain in a blockbuster movie, Suarez intervened. With the ball headed for the back of the net, he pulled off a move that would make Houdini proud, a blatant handball on the goal line. The red card that followed was almost like the universe trying to balance things out, but the damage was done. But wait, there's more. Asamoah Gyan, the man who could have etched his name into Ghanaian and African football folklore, stepped up for the penalty that could have sent them through. But football can be crueler than a rainy day at a picnic, and Gyan's shot rattled off the crossbar, leaving Africa heartbroken. Uruguay went on to win in the penalty shootout, and the African dream was crushed. Suarez, the sly fox, became the villain of the piece, and Africa mourned a missed opportunity that still stings like a bee. But nothing can beat when Bayern on that day were playing like a fire. They were up against Manchester United in the Champions League final, but it seemed like David had squared up to the Goliath, and David was delivering one knockout punch after another. Bayern was in control, dominating the match from start to finish. It felt like Bayern could have scored a dozen goals if they wanted to. They were playing football like they were in a different league altogether. And then, as if the football gods had a wicked sense of humour, the most dramatic turnaround happened in injury time. 2 quick-fire goals from Teddy Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in stoppage time left Bayern stunned and the football world in disbelief. It was like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat when you were expecting a bouquet. Well, the unluckiest moment for Bayern Munich, a match they should have won, turned into the stuff of nightmares. But oh, the John Terry slip. It's the stuff of legends, or should I say, the stuff of should-have-beens. Imagine this, Chelsea in the 2008 UEFA Champions League final, facing off against Manchester United. It was a match of epic proportions, and Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United's star, had just missed a crucial penalty in the shootout. Chelsea fans must have thought the stars were finally aligning in their favour. But wait, John Terry decided to hug the turf instead of putting the ball in the net. You couldn't help but chuckle at the sheer audacity of it all. Here was Terry, the captain, the leader, the man who could have been the hero of the hour, doing his best impression of a toddler on an ice rink. It was like watching a high-stakes game of musical chairs, and Terry got left without a seat. Chelsea fans must have been shaking their heads, wondering if they'd somehow ended up in a Shakespearean tragedy. After all, to slip or not to slip had become the ultimate question, and Terry's answer was an unforgettable, albeit unfortunate, slip up. Now, before we leave, I want to make one thing crystal clear. We're not here to bash Lord Karius. I repeat, let's not kick a man when he's down, especially when it was more of a case of extreme misfortune than anything else. It was the 2018 UEFA Champions League final, Liverpool facing off against the mighty Real Madrid. The stage was set for a battle of titans, and no one could have predicted the whirlwind of drama that was about to unfold. Liverpool's goalkeeper, Loris Karius, must have thought he was living in a real-life nightmare. First, he gifted Real Madrid a goal on a silver platter by throwing the ball straight to Karim Benzema, who gleefully accepted the unexpected gift. It was the kind of blooper that would make even a Sunday League player wince. As if one gift wasn't enough, Karius decided to double down on the misfortune. He let a long-range shot from Gareth Bale slip through his fingers like a bar of soap in the shower, and it found the back of the net. It was the kind of blunder that would make you want to hide under the covers and hope the day started all over again. So let's cut Lord Karius some slack, because in the grand play of football, sometimes luck plays a role that no one can control. But if you want some luck, subscribe to this channel, and we will catch you in the next one.